look at you like you're some kind of freak. Do you know how many kids I've got?
No.
Exactly. You don't need to know. Don't profile me. Don't talk to me about credit scores. How are you going to judge me by something that happened 3 years ago?
Yeah! I'm glad you're finally going to tackle the penny conspiracy. I fucking hate pennies. I hate Abraham Lincoln, too.
Yeah, he was a meddler. He was a closeted Pakistani, definitely bipolar, big smoker of opium. Some people think he may have been a woman. Now, I can't find any evidence of that, but I do know he had tiny little testicles and his children were not his own. And the penny. Oh, did you know that each penny costs 1.7 cents to produce? These bankers took it rich, literally on our dime. That's been the story of the planet since they took us off the gold standard. Government and banks, they're the same thing. Remember that, and life won't seem so strange. They are taking you in the front and in the rear. That's America. Jay on line 7, love the initial. What's on your mind?
Contrails, John. How do we know when we see a plane flying over and leaving these clouds behind them that it isn't biological or chemical agents being sprayed? I mean, if you live in a poor area, they fly over and leave these vapor trails full of government chemicals to make you pregnant. I know. I banged a poor girl once and she became pregnant right away. I mean, I pulled out, bitch. She's a lying bitch. With these contrails, John, we're crops. We're crops, John, and we're getting dusted.
Yes, it's nothing new. It was a technique invented, of course, by the British and perfected by the Nazis, using crop sprayers to control a population. After the war, you know where those Nazi scientists ended up?
No.
University of San Andreas, Los Santos. And where are people both fertile and brain dead? Los Santos. You do the math.
Yeah.
They brought down IQs so that when the Chinese invade, which they will do via the West Coast, they'll only find a bunch of vain morons and then they'll have to leave. That's what the defense industry has become. You thought it was all about worthwhile stuff, like selling guns to African dictators or supporting oil states. No, sir. It's about the holy grail, eugenics. And you're paying for it with your tax dollars. You fools. Open your brains, people. I'd tell you to grow some balls, but it's brains I'm worried about. They keep you so stupid so that if the miseducation system fails and you actually end up knowing how to read, it'll all be meaningless anyway, as you'll be too stupid to understand anything.
Yeah. Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. I think that's why I always hated black people.
Hey, I cannot tolerate overt racism. I am not a racist. Accepting and explaining clear genetic differences between different races is not racism. It's facts. Facts. Like when you go to the grocery store, do you buy any brand of food? No, you buy the right brand. People should do the same with their life mate. Of course, people don't like the truth. What I said about French women? True. Andrew, you're on Conspire.
Hey, I want to say thanks for all the insight over the years. I didn't know I needed to be this paranoid until you opened my mind to how awful society is. It's really very useful. I used to have a job and a wife, but I was so naive. Now I live in a bunker, armed to the teeth and free from human corrupting agents, and I'm much happier. I'll tell you. Anyway, John Smith, I wanted to say, you had that guy on last week talking about the end of the world is in 2012 because that's when the Mayan calendar runs out. I say fuck the Mayans. Their calendar sucks balls. No wonder they went extinct. What kind of calendar has a guy sticking his tongue out in the middle of it? Can you imagine carrying a 300-pound rock around the size of a trash can lid just so you know what day it is? Fuck that. Maybe you can. I fucking can. And I'm supposed to take your civilization seriously?
I respect your opinion, but the facts are the facts, friend.
Hey, screw the Mayans, man. The fucking Aztecs were the shit. They were far more powerful. Their civilization was about sacrificing bitches and gold and men having tans and wearing short skirts. Was much more like how I live my life today. Seriously, I wear a skirt every day because of the Aztecs, man. And you know what?
No? What?
Neither do I. Forgot what I was gonna say. But just for the record, the government sucks balls hard. It's like a puppet show, like the one my dad did for us when the puppets would suck his balls. Why can't we get a real leader like Hitler? I mean, China, he did some bad shit, but he also built roads and found the Ark of the Covenant before that archaeologist stole it. I mean, I don't know any blacks or Jews or women, and I've never met one, and you know what? I'm glad. I can't stand the people who are like me. So imagine how much I'd hate people who aren't like me. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Can you hear me? John? Hello?
Okay, well, thanks for your call, but after that fine last month, we can't have callers explaining their beliefs quite so clearly. But remember, they are out to get you, and by that I mean the people who put the pyramid on your Washingtons. The great mystery of the dollar bill. I will explain all after this break.
I'm a brainless sales associate who gets by because I've got a great rack. With Wingit software, my presentations are 99% fluff and no substance.
Nothing says success in the business world like a slideshow. Nothing says, I know what I'm talking about, than the ability to break down a complex idea into 3 simple points per slide. Order a copy of Wingit today. Wingit Presentation Software, a 720-degree revolution in business practice every day since 1997. It's a revolution. Prepare to be revolted.
WKTT. Because I love my country, and if you don't, fuck you and your fat wife. WKTT 1066. Talk radio for people who are always right.
Weasel News. Are you a sex offender? That's the question many police are asking residents. And they've even set up a website, LittleLaceySurprisePageant.com, to catch them. It's a town on edge as people wonder if their father, best friend, or even spouse is a sex offender.
The problem is you, the news media. So what if a man pleasures himself in public? Sometimes you have to take care of business. Comprende? Come on, you want to see my junk?
In Algonquin, I'm Eric House, Weasel News.
Eric House there with a worrying report. When you think of biker gangs, do you think of lovable rogues on the open road stopping at a sleazy motel to cook up a batch? Or do you think of patriots in leather with beards and beers having a good time? Both images are out of date. Outlaw motorbike gangs such as the Angels of Death and the Lost are engaged in a war on the streets of Liberty City. A war with many casualties. Not just the bikers that kill each other, but the lives ruined by the crystal meth and crack cocaine that these thugs traffic. Whoever comes out on top in this war, it won't be Liberty City.